Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'll be taking you to my rice farm, how I grow my rice here in Tamale. It is doing good. I will be taking you there to see how we started and how we end the farm. Join me on my journey. Okay guys, we have arrived in my farm. The farm is 10 acres and I divided it into two sections. I farmed 5 acres 5 days before farming the other 5 acres. It was not my fault. It was due to the tractor, the owner of the tractor. So this is the one that I farmed last. So the seed was germinating. As you can see, I was visiting the site to see how the newly cultivated crop is doing. So it was coming out small, small. You cannot see it on the camera, but when you are there physically, you will see it. You cannot see it. It is there. So the farm is located 25 kilometers from Tamale town. So I rode my motorbike to the farm to see. After planting it 3 days time or 4 days time, the rice was doing good. Was growing very well, healthy and strong. So as you can see on your picture, that's the vast land. Actually, we have two type of land for rice, and I don't know how to say it, but I can only say it in my local language. We have two type of land for rice farming. We have Batentale and Ba. So this was Ba. So particularly this type of land is, you can see it everywhere. You can farm everywhere in Tamale, or let's take it in the surrounding of Tamale. But Ba is a place that need water, that store water for the crop. That one too is very advantageous for rice farmers. So it is not easy to get it unless you clear or you go deep and clear the lands, because it has been already occupied by others farmers. So this was Ba. So I planted this one late. So farming in Ghana is very important, not for commercial only, but for the house use, for domestic use. It's very important. If you are living in Ghana, you need to farm, especially rice, maize. This is the two crop that is very important in Ghana, rice and maize. Everything that we do in Ghana, almost all our food that we that we have we eat is mainly from rice or maize. So the other one is yam. So all these things are very important to farm in Ghana. So when we finished checking our land, fortunately it was rain. The rain came that day. So all the rivers on our way back home was full. So we need to swim it, as you can see it on the picture. We swim it back home. So I parked my bike at the other side of the river so we can walk and pick the bike. So guys, let's talk about farming. Farming is like something very complex sometimes and very simple, I may see sometimes. Farming is very important, but people does not know inside farming, so they thought farming is very tough. So but farming, as I see it, as a young guy in Ghana, that is the way you can do to survive. If you have a family and you don't earn much, you don't earn much in work or at whatever that you do, you need to involve yourself in farming. And if you are aiming to, you need to involve yourself in farming. This modern day farming is not like the olden days whereby you go and suffer like this. Modern days farming is very simple. You have the money for plowing, for cultivating your land, then you buy the crop. Actually, I already told you how much I cultivated the land, but I did not tell you how much I buy the seedling. I bought the seedling 2 bags of rice, and it each was cost 300 Ghana cedis for that 5 acres. So I broadcast it. That let's take it. That's a system of that I use to farm it. I threw it. That's what we call broadcasting. I threw the seedling on the ground there. Before I throw the seedling, I bought a weedicide. So they came and sprayed the area where I wanted to cultivate. So they sprayed the area, all the weeds in that area died. So after it died, I now employ the tractor driver. I pay him 160. After paying him 160, we broadcast the seedling. That is, we threw it on the fruit there. Then he now cultivated. He now plowed it, and I now plowed it on the ground. So after plowing it on the ground, the next day I came and again spray it with weedicide again. Spray the total area with weedicide. For then I came back 4 days time to check the seed. The rice was growing up. So that's how I planted it, and each cost of that was being told. I told you already how much I spent on the plowing and then the seedling. So 300. I bought 2 bags of that rice to plow the area, to throw the area. So after this is when what you are seeing now is when that is the the 38 days, 37 days rather, I came back to the farm and the rice was like this. So I need to again spray it with weedicide because I don't want the weeds, the unwanted weeds to grow in my farm. So I wanted plants to grow in my farm. So I again bought a weedicide, and I'll show you the weedicide. I again bought the weedicide. I employed one person to come and spray it. So he took me 100 Ghana cedis. So I bought this one. It's called Digang. That's the one of the popular. This I mix it with this one called Bisung, and it is popular weedicide here in Tamale. So I mix it with this one too. I mix both of them. So and I employ the sprayer, someone to to hang the knapsack and spray on my land, so that the crop will grow, the weeds will not overtake the crop growth. So that was what I did. So as you can see, the crop is growing very well. The land is very vast, and everything was going normally. That is the 37, sorry, the 37 of my farm. So that's the one I pluck. One thing about rice is that when you pluck one, when it is in the same location, you cultivated one earlier and you cultivated one late. When it is growing, it all grows together. That's how it goes. It doesn't go. It doesn't grow like this one is growing and other one is growing. It grows together. When it's going to be done, it is ripe. It is going to be the same together again. So as you can see, I was just videoing how vast the land is, and then the guy was there spraying. You can see him from far. I will zoom it for you to see. So he was spraying, and he sprayed the land for me to got my crop well prepared. So after this spraying, I never stepped my foot on the land again. So when this spray is done, people there's an advice. Some people advise that you have to spray it 2 times, but I leave it for 37 days before I came back to the land and I spray it with that weedicide. That's what I prefer to do. That was what I did, and it was not not bad idea. So as you can see, the other one is also growing. The late one also growing fast, and it tried to catch it. So this is the rice. I planted a red rice. I don't think most of you, maybe some of you may know the red rice. Red red rice. The rice is red. It's mostly used for waki, and the rice is very delicious too. So I planted it on, that was the rice I planted. I did not plant long green. I did not plant this. I actually plant long green at home, my compound in Tamale. Can you imagine? I planted that one. I'll show you the video about it too. And it was just my house that I built, and I make a fence on it, and I planted a rice, and it grew very well too. And the same day that I planted this rice, that was the same day I planted my home rice too. And it was also similar time that I sprayed them all. So that was what I was doing. You can actually plant 10 acres here, 10 acres over there, 10 acres over there. You can, if you have the money, because money, nowadays we use money for farming. If you have money, everything will become simple for you. Not that you spend much of it, but you just take people to go and work on it, and you give them the small coin that they also need it. After the 30, after the 37th days, I disappear from my farm again until it became dry for the harvest, ready to be harvested. And that was the golden yellow color when I visited, and see how beautiful it was. Oh, nice. So I can see that the rice was grown. It was very beautiful. It's now time for cultivation. So I was just laughing by then, because I knew that I'm now having a rice at hand. Yes, at this stage, you will now be thinking about who to harvest it, how to harvest it. We have two methods of harvesting, and that is combined harvest or manual harvest. Getting a combined harvest is not easy here in Northern Region, because the combines are not much, they are limited. So we normally hire people for manual harvesting. So we employ people to harvest them, and then we take them home, and it become our food. So guys, thank you very much for coming by to watch my videos. Give it a thumbs up, and if you are not subscribed to my channel yet, please kindly do so, and join me on my next video. I'll take you to how completely we harvest rice here in the northern region by manual. Thank you. Goodbye.